Hello, welcome to Utopia Learning Center, and this is your orientation video. Well, the main purpose of this orientation video is to give you information on the course content, delivery, materials, assessments, and the study skills that you'll need to make the best out of this course. You'll have a chance to introduce yourself and be introduced to your classmates and your teacher when you come for your first class. You need to complete a needs assessment questionnaire, which will help us understand your needs so that we make the course more suitable and interesting for you. I'll leave the link below this video. So, what do you think our name Utopia means? Do you think it's Amharic? It's actually English. It's an English word. It means an imaginary state or place of things in which everything is perfect, or a perfect society in which people work well with each other and are happy. An imaginary community or society that possesses highly desirable or near perfect qualities for its members. I mean, generally it means heaven on earth. And we would like our school to basically help you possess highly desirable or near perfect English language proficiency level. That's why we named the school Utopia, and it coincides with our country Ethiopia too. We use the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages to assign you a relevant course and assess your progress. According to this framework, there are 6 levels: beginner, elementary, pre-intermediate, intermediate, upper intermediate, pre-advanced, and ultimately advanced. This is where you will be after completing the 6 levels. This European framework suggests 180 hours of intervention. In our case, we divide this 180 hours into 3 courses, each lasting for 60 hours. So what does this General English course mean? It basically means it focuses on the 4 skills: speaking, listening, writing, and reading. It also integrates grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and study skills. You must have received the course outline by now. Please go through it before your first class and set your personal goals accordingly. You'll receive a course book which you'll use in the classroom, and you'll be provided the digital copy as well as the hard copy. You will also receive a workbook which you'll use to practice what you've learned in the class outside the classroom. Again, you'll be provided with the soft copy and the hard copy. We follow the communicative approach to language teaching, which entails being learner-centered, interactive, and reflective. Learner-centered, we mean by it's all about the students doing the tasks, performing, not the teacher as such. The teacher does a lot of the work in the planning. So we make sure that 90% of the classroom time is for the students. And it's interactive, the tasks are engaging, they are fun, they focus on the students doing, so students are active throughout the sessions. So students also reflect on what they have learned and what could be useful to them So they learn through reflection. Why do we do this? According to this cone of learning by Edgar Dale, after 2 weeks, as human beings, we only tend to remember 10% of what we read, 20% of what we hear, 30% of what we see, 50% of what we see and hear, 70% of what we say, and 90% of what we say and do. So if the teacher does all the talking, no matter how greatly he does it, students only remember 20%. And that is why we focus on the saying and the doing in the classroom. We help you practice your English skills throughout the lessons in varied tasks, through varied tasks and interactions. And as you might have noticed, our motto is to explore, practice, apply, and review. This coincides to actually our lesson structure, the process. First you understand, then you try, you start using it, and you reflect on it. Accordingly, the lesson stages follow this process. The first is lead-in. It's also called brainstorming, as in that's where you activate your prior knowledge on the topic and the target language for that particular lesson. You will then receive input through reading text or listening audio. You will then focus on a particular language item taken from the reading or listening that you have done, which can be grammar or vocabulary or pronunciation or all of it. Yeah. And the last stage is the outcome part, where you practice, apply, and reflect. This is where you produce and review through writing and speaking. Now, which interaction do you prefer? The first one, the teacher lecturing. The second one, student presenting. The third, pair task. The fourth, group task. The fifth, whole class discussion. Now, most of you might say, oh, the fifth or the second. In fact, the third one is the best. Can you guess why? It's because when you have a pair task, nobody is passive. Each and every student is involved in speaking and listening. When the teacher is talking, you are passive, you are listening. When one person is presenting, again, you will only speak for 5 minutes, present for 5 minutes, and the rest of the time you are passive. Group discussion, if there are only 5 minutes when it's shared, your time to speak is minimal. Whole class discussion, even more minimal. Are we saying this pair work, the third one, is the only way? No, all of them are useful, but more so for number 3, which is, which gives you a lot of time to communicate and have that confidence to, share your views and practice your language skills. Our center encourages collaborative learning, which helps you learn from one another and be part of a community that communicates. You will also reflect on your own learning. What went well, what didn't go well. and plan accordingly what you can and will do in the future to help you improve faster. We have 8 assessments in one course, 4 midterm and 4 end of term for all skills. And your skills, the assessments are graded A to D, and you can see the scores for each that you should be able to achieve. You'll have one-to-one consultation session with your teacher after both midterm and end of term assessments. You'll discuss your strengths, weakness, and the way forward. You've been shared the course calendar, so please check the dates, make sure you're available to each and every lesson, attend today and achieve tomorrow. Never miss a class. Please arrive in time, at least 10 minutes before the session begins. You need to attend 70% of the course to be certified. Of course, we want you to attend all the lessons if you can. If you do attend 100% of the course, you will be given a 10% discount. And if you miss the class, if you think you'll miss the class, please notify us. Through Telegram it can be, or telling the teachers in any way you can, your classmates, Ferouz, our customer service officer, and do all the classes that you missed, the workbook activities as well as the tasks in the coursebook. You can also come to the other sheets. If you are coming to the evening, you can come to the morning to recover what you missed, or if you couldn't come to the morning, you can come to the evening to as a makeup. By the end of the course, you'll be certified, of course, and you'll be given a grade report. The reason we assess you, the reason we give you feedback in such a way is to basically help you identify your gaps and just work on them. It's not to judge you to say you are better or less than Mr. X or Y. On top of the 60 hours of the course, you'll also be given a chance to come to these conversation club sessions where you practice your speaking skills with your classmates. So we have 2 options for you. One online, the other in-person. The in-person sessions happen every Saturday morning, and the online sessions take place in the afternoon on that same day, on Saturday. Okay? Please give us feedback. It can be during the course or after the course. Whenever you are happy, not so very happy, let us know. Let customer service know. Let me know through email, in person, telephone call, in any way you can, because we strongly believe it will make our school even better. As we believe, feedback is the breakfast of champions. Thank you for your time.